Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, this is going to be a spoiler review for Sonic 3, so let's get started. So, the movie started off with Shadow escaping Gun. Yeah, pretty much, and we saw some flashback scenes with Maria, and, the soldiers knew he was waking up, so yeah. He escapes, and yeah. And then and then the title card comes, and, um, the title card was shortened up. Like, they pretty much cut a few things out of it. But okay, anyways, and then after that, so it shows Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Tom, and Matt were camping, and they, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles did a race, and, they're racing, and Sonic won, and then he thought he was last place because he saw Tails and Knuckles there, but they're actually holograms, and then when Sonic was finding Tails and Knuckles, it was actually a surprise party for Sonic. It's like his Earth Day, like an anniversary. He met Tom and Maddie. So yeah, after that, they went camping. Shadow was pretty much doing a little rampage, like destroying stuff at Tokyo. So Gun comes to get Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles because they need their help to stop Shadow. So yeah, they go to Tokyo, and one funny line is that they're on a helicopter and they're jumping off. Sonic said, "Wow, this is such a low-budget flight. No movies, no food. We're out of here." And then they jump out, and then they confront Shadow, and after they meet Shadow, well, Shadow started beating them up like he was unstoppable. Oh yeah, and after that, he had his motorcycle and his gun. So he goes and says, "Don't follow me." And then Sonic follows him. And then Shadow tries to shoot Sonic. But, yeah, and then they're fighting in the sky. But the one punch caused, like, a explosion well, that meant the whole city go out of power. So, yeah, so Sonic wanted to know who the Shadow is. So they meet Commander Walters at this Shao place. And something also funny, some kids came up to Tails and say, "Are you the Detective Pikachu?" And then Sonic and Knuckles are like, "Yep." And Knuckles says, "Huh, he does look like a Pokemon. Pika Pika." So yeah, they talked to Walters, and he pretty much gave a little backstory about Shadow, like that he was a meteor, well, he came from a meteor, and his power is too dangerous, so he locked him up in the tube, and then Maria found him, and they became friends. But yeah, we're pretty much talking, and then after that, one of Eggman's machines came in, or started shooting the place, and they actually, Commander Walters actually died, and before he died, he gave Sonic one of those keys. There's two keys. So yeah, and then there was a motorcycle guy who stops the machines, and he was going, and Sonic tells Knuckles chasing the motorcycle guy, and guess who the motorcycle guy is? It was Agent Stone. Yeah, it was Stone. So yeah. So we found out Robotnik is not dead. So we pretty much teamed up for a few minutes. Well, Agent Stone actually shaves his head. Oh yeah, and Eggman is also fat. So yeah, they go. And there's a scene of Shadow visiting the lab where he grew up in, where he lived. And he actually found Gerald Robotnik, so yeah. So yeah, Sonic, Tails, Team Sonic and Robotnik and Stone came to the lab, and then, what was happened? They came, and then Shadow starts knocking them out. Like, Shadow comes and, knocks him out. But Robotnik met Gerald, so, yeah, they pretty much teamed up, and then, when Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles woke up, they're tied up, and then they had a plan to rule the world, so Yeah, and Shadow summons a black hole, but Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles escapes. Yeah, they go back to the house and tell Tom and Maddie that they need their help. So they do a plan at London. They go to London.
Hi, girl.
And then, sorry. Yeah, they go to London and they do their plan. So, Tails gave Tom and Maddie like a thing where they turn into people, and they turn into Randall and Rachel. So, yeah, they go to go through the guards and stuff, and yeah, they put a little, what's it called? I always forget what they're called. A little thing in, like a chip, but they realize that, Robotnik already put it in before them, so, yeah, and Robotnik and Joe go through the lasers, and, yeah. And then Sonic goes fast. Like, he like rushed in and tried to get the key, but there was a trap. Well, there was a thing where they were sticking to the floor. Pretty much, Director Rockwell says trap, so pretty much everyone was trapped on the ground. So, and also Tom, Maddie, and Tails almost died by getting crushed, but Sonic saved them, and Knuckles came to turn off the trap and free them, and realized Rockwell had the key, so Tom turned into Walters, and he gets the key, but Shadow shows in, and he actually almost killed Tom, and I thought they were gonna kill off Tom, like I thought Tom died, but he didn't. So yeah, Sonic got so mad. He wanted revenge. So yeah, Tom goes to the hospital, but yeah, Sonic was mad. Like he wants, like that he wanted the Master Emerald, and he forced Knuckles to tell him where it was. And I almost thought Knuckles and Sonic were going to do a real rematch fight, but sadly they didn't. And Knuckles says, "Fine, you can have it." But this kid, but the Master Emerald is guarded by a warrior. And guess who it was? Wade Ripple. This is a cool reference to the Knuckles show. So yeah, Sonic takes the Master Emerald, and he turns into Super Sonic and goes up, and yeah, and then he goes and gets his revenge. So yeah, Gerald, well, Eggman, Gerald, and Shadows were going to space and trying to destroy the world, I guess. So yeah, and then Super Sonic comes and starts fighting Shadow, and Shadow somehow so Shadow took the Chaos Emeralds out of Sonic by like one hit. And guess what? So they both touch the Chaos Emeralds at the same time, and Super Sonic turns back. Yeah, Sonic turns back into Super Sonic, but Shadow turns into Super Shadow, and they do a fight, and they're fighting across the world. Like every hit was like from America, Canada, Italy, Japan, China, Egypt, and all those places. And then so yeah, Shadow almost defeated Sonic, and he said, "You left your family? I thought you cared about your family, especially that one, what's his name? Tom." And Sonic actually punched Shadow really hard that Shadow landed on the moon. And, Sonic almost killed Shadow, but he decided not to because he saw a flashback of Tom saying that he didn't change who he was in his heart, so yeah, he decided not to kill Shadow, and they pretty much had a truce on the moon. So they pretty much teamed up and turned back into Super. and they go and defeat to, and then they go and Gerald sent some robots and guess what they played? They played Live and Learn. Yeah, Live and Learn. So yeah, so they do that. Pretty much they do Live and Learn and Sonic and Shadow were destroying the bots. And then Robotnik betrayed Gerald because he realized that Gerald was just using him. So yeah, they're fighting and Gerald almost killed Robotnik, but Tails and Knuckles saved Robotnik and guess what? So Robotnik had one of Sonic's quills and used that to defeat Gerald, and Gerald's death was funny. Like, he just zapped. Like, he was just, like, yeah, he just died. So yeah, but there's a laser and trying to destroy the Earth, so Super Sonic and Super Shadow are trying to hold it, and Sonic could hold it so he fate and started falling back to Earth. But, the laser, they turned the laser and so they actually just pissed on the moon. So yeah, and then Tails and Knuckles save Sonic from falling by using one of the rings, and then Shadow and Robotnik had a plan to, because there was like a bomb or something, like the ship was going to explode, so Gerald and Robotnik, Robotnik and Shadow actually died at the end. They sacrificed their life to save everyone. So yeah. And then yeah, they ended the movie off with a race. Like they're doing the camping and they did a race. So yeah. And then there's two post-credit scenes with two post-credits. So one post-credit scene was with, like, it takes place right after the movie where Sonic won the race, but he ended up in New York. Like, he was going so fast that he was in New York, and as soon as he realized that, one of the characters appeared, and guess who it was? Metal Sonic. Yeah. And then they started fighting. Sonic and Metal Sonic were fighting, and there's so many Metal Sonics, and they tried to kill Sonic, but someone else came to save Sonic, and guess who helped Sonic? Amy. And Sonic's like, "Who are you?" And then Amy took off her hood, and yeah. So yeah, and then the other post-credit scene was just showing that Shadow is alive, like, the rings that are on Shadow's gloves. Yeah, he came and picked them up, so at least Shadow's alive for future projects, like maybe a Shadow show or a movie. But anyways, that's a spoiler review. Thank you guys for watching. I love this movie. I give it a 10 out of 10. Best movie of the year. I'm going to rank movies on New Year's Eve, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.